Hey crafty friends, Jen Cassell here. I'm back with a project I am going to create for Scrapaholics Chipboard. I'm starting with the peace sign memorydex, and I've decided to make it into a shaker. So I wasn't even going to film this, so this is why it's already partially done. But all you've really missed was me putting the papers on this portion of the memorydex card, and all I did was use my Barely Art glue and brushed it on, made sure it was nice and thin, and put my paper on top, let it dry, and then cut it out with an X-Acto blade. I'm pretty sure that I have the SVG file for this, but I didn't use it. Sometimes it's just easier to hand cut something like this. But I've left the front portion raw, with the exception of stamping with this wood grain stamp that I have. This is an older stamp. I don't even know where you could possibly find it. But there are so many wood stamps out there, or you can emboss it, or, you know, sky's the limit. But I've already stamped it with some Memento ink in Tuxedo Black. And now all I'm going to do is go in with some Distress inks and kind of warm this raw chipboard up. I haven't worked on raw chipboard for quite some time. I usually do a gesso or something on top, but I figured since this is a, brown already, I wanted to see how it would work. But I'm going to start with the lightest color first, and I just want to see how it's going to go on this chipboard. And it goes on really nice. I like it. I like it. It's warming it up the way that I want it to. So I might even have to stamp this black stamp again, depending upon how the raw chipboard takes to the ink. But I'm just going all over with this pumice stone. I'm using a pretty heavy pressure too. I really want to sink this ink in there. I'm using the Simple Stories Boho Sunshine collection, and I grabbed the 6x8 and also the digital. So I printed some digital ephemera to go on this memorydex card, and then I'm using the smaller prints from the 6x8 and I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try this brushed corduroy, warm it up even more in some spots. So, and this should add a little bit of like an orangey red. I'm gonna use some frayed burlap now. And I'm just gonna grab those edges. Yeah, I think I am going to restamp this. It's very, very faded. I'm thinking maybe this time I might emboss it too. I might come in with an embossing ink. I'm going to use this pigment ink here this time. I'm gonna apply pressure with this. Yeah, I like that. I like how that turned out. Super cool. Your embossing powder over this. Oh, this is really cool. Look at how this turned out. This is how it's gonna look on top. Oh, I really like how this turned out. So to make my shaker, I'm just going to go in with some Barely Art cubies. These are nice because they come in 1/2 inch, or I'm sorry, 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 inch strips. And I'm just gonna kind of follow this line. This is just a easy way to make a shaker. We're gonna be covering this up with paper. Now, if you're wondering where I got these cool scissors from, I got them from Crafter's Companion. And I love these because they're non-stick. Great size. I'm just gonna dump a few of these in here, and these are just some foam balls from Dollar Tree. I figured since I was using a bigger shaker. And then I made this little mix to go with the collection. This is a really fun collection, you guys. It's got some pinks and blues and teals and lots of yellow. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna set this aside, and I haven't decided. I've cut 2 different tops for this out. So I have this cool acrylic piece. They have some writing on it. It's kind of old. I just had it in my stash for quite some time, but it doesn't really have a whole lot of oomph on the back. It kind of gets lost. But then I also grabbed this piece of tulle, and it's gold tulle with, this is it, guys. It's gold tulle with like glitter sewn into it. Freaking love this. Okay. All right, now I'm going to add a little extra. So I'm gonna go in with my Barely Art. Now you want to take your time and really line things up. Oh my gosh, how fun is this? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So as previously stated, I'm gonna cover up the foam sides with this piece of paper here. It's just a wood grain paper. I think it might be from Cartabella or something, but I'm just gonna go in and darken it down a little more. There we go. So I'm gonna go in and curl it a little. My glue on. So I have the wood piece on. I am going to start going in with some embellishments at this point. Okay, so I've picked out a few embellies that I'm going to add. I will be adding most of these with my Barely Art glue, and of course I have pulled some cubies out. So I'm going to start with this banner, and I'm going to put the banner, I think like that. Now I've already added a cubie. Now I think I'm going to start with this little cluster down here.
Don't forget to stop on over to Scrapaholics Chipboard and check out all of her amazing designs. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up key and hit that subscribe button for more crafty content. I'll see you in the next crafty video. Bye!